Welcome to another episode of NAN Villa Weekly Review. President Bola Tinubu on Monday honored the Super Falcons for winning their 10th Women's African Cup of Nations title in Morocco. At the State House Banquet Hall, Abuja, Tinubu conferred national honors of Officer of the Order of the Niger on the team and technical crew.
On behalf of the grateful nation, I hereby conferred on the players the 11-man technical team with national honor of Officer of Niger.
Each player received $100,000, while each of the 11-man technical crew was awarded $50,000 and a 3-bedroom flat in the Renewed Hope Estate, Abuja.
I hereby direct the allocation of 3-bedroom apartments to each of the players and technical crew in our Renewed Hope Estate. In addition, there is a cash award of the Naira equivalent of $100,000 each to the 24 players and the equivalent of $50,000 to the 11-man technical team.
The president, joined by the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu and top officials, commended the team for their performance and dedication to the nation's pride.
Your victory represents more than the sport accomplishment. It is a triumph of courage, determination, discipline and consistency.
President Bola Tinubu presided over the Federal Executive Council meeting at the Council Chambers Presidential Villa, Abuja. Before the commencement of the council meeting, the president administered oath of office to Nana Uzokwalu as the commissioner representing the Southeast in the National Assembly Service Commission. After the brief swearing-in ceremony, a minute's silence was observed in honor of the departed cabinet member, Navy Captain Caleb Olubolade, who served as Minister of Special Duties, Minister of State for the Federal Capital Territory, and Minister of Police Affairs under President Goodluck Jonathan. Present at the FEC meeting are the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, and the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. D.D. Wilson Jack, and ministers. President Bola Tinubu has called on Nigerian youths to harness digital media for promoting unity, innovation, and fast-tracking national development. Tinubu made the call at the Progressives Digital Summit held at the State House, Abuja. The 2-day summit is with the theme Unveiling the Critical Role of New Media in National Development. Tinubu emphasized that digital platforms can empower young people, stimulate economic growth, and shape the nation's future.
So I challenge you to use your platforms not only for self-expression, anger, or retaliation, but for problem solving, to build solutions that addresses our nation's needs, to mentor others as we grow.
The federal government has approved the National Industrial Relations Policy, a new framework aimed at reducing industrial disputes and promoting stable labor relations nationwide. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, announced the decision at the Thursday's Federal Executive Council meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu. Idris explained that The NIRP will guide trade unions, employers, and government agencies, promoting structured dialogue and aligning Nigeria's labor practices with international standards.
The policy will ensure a seamless workflow, promote social dialogue and tripartite cooperation among government, employers, and workers.
The Federal Executive Council has approved contracts worth 900 billion naira for extensive infrastructure upgrades at airports across Nigeria. Mr. Festus Keyamo, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, disclosed this following Thursday's FEC meeting presided over by President Bola Tinubu at the State House, Abuja. He explained that the project will be funded through the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund.
That we are going to strip it down to only the carcass and then do the complete M&E again, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, everything.
The federal government is set to sign a memorandum of understanding with the Dalberg and Campo campus groups in pursuant of its Green Legacy program. Vice President Kashim Shettima disclosed this during a meeting with the groups on the sidelines of the ongoing United Nations Food Systems Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Shettima praised the groups for supporting Ethiopia's successful 46 billion tree planting initiative and expressed Nigeria's determination to replicate such efforts.
We hope to plant 10 billion trees. We'll completely mobilize the entire national architecture. Yeah. We might fall short of that ambition, so be it.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have to aim at the sky.
Vice President Kashim Shettima says Nigeria is using artificial intelligence and other technologies to monitor food production, improve transparency, and reduce agricultural waste. Shettima spoke at the opening of the United Nations Food Systems Summit stocktake in Addis Ababa. The summit builds on the momentum of the 2021 UN Food Systems Summit and the first stocktake in 2023. Shettima said food and nutrition are central to Nigeria's National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 and the Nigeria Agenda 2050.
We have pursued institutional reforms with vigor. We have rolled out targeted investments in infrastructure and human capacity. We have deepened partnerships across sectors and prioritize agro-industrialization as a key driver of inclusive growth.
The federal government has unveiled a 10-year strategic action plan 2026 to 2035 to transform agriculture by empowering young people and boosting food and nutrition security. Vice President Kashim Shettima announced this during a high-level dialogue between African agri-food entrepreneurs and African leaders at the United Nations Food Systems Summit stocktake in Addis Ababa. He said the plan is part of Nigeria's national strategy to implement the Comprehensive Africa Agricultural Development Program Kampala Declaration 2026 to 2036.
Nigeria first economic policy is scaffolding for our new ambition. It is a commitment to prioritize domestic production, to discourage avoidable imports, and to build resilient food systems rooted in national interests.
The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has donated 1 billion naira and other relief materials to victims of violence in Benue through her NGO, the Renewed Hope Initiative. Mrs. Tinubu, while addressing the people of Benue in Makurdi, said the purpose of her visit was to commiserate with Benue people, especially those who lost their family members and properties in the attacks.